Hey, Baxel. So anyone else notice 2022 was kinda, ugh. Yeah, I know it wasn't just me. And now, would you believe it, 2023 has snuck up on us completely without my consent. But yeah, the march of time slows for no person, so what you gonna do? That being said, allow me to wish you a very happy 2023, and for the first time this year, welcome to last week in Tyria. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. Yeah, I've been gone for a minute. Been doing a little soul searching, some traveling, some mental breakdowning, and just chilling and playing the most relaxing of games, like Dwarf Fortress. So since I lost a little time, this is going to be more of a last month in Tyria, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Before we get into that though, a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you so much for sticking with me this last year. I cannot even begin to describe how much I appreciate you guys. If you want to join this illustrious group of people, links to support the channel are in the description. And if you'd be so kind as to stick around till the end of the video, I'll introduce you guys to our very first official sponsor, HelloFresh. Yeah, now you can support the channel and get some good eating. Win-win. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, as I said at the top of this video, 2022 is a bit yuck. And yet, despite 2022 being 2022, Guild Wars 2 had an amazing year, arguably one of, if not the best years the game has ever had. But don't take my word for it. The Guild Wars 2 team took to the forums for what would be their last post of the year, detailing just how hard they crushed it. 2022 was a fantastic year for Guild Wars 2 and started off with a bang. On February 28th, we released our third expansion, End of Dragons, which brought a cinematic end to the Elder Dragon saga. Spoilers! But the expansion is just one part of this year's story. Living World Season 1, which previously had been unplayable for over 8 years, returned as a free and permanent addition to the base game. We delivered significant quality of life gameplay improvements for both new players and veterans, with more to come. We made considerable progress on long-term initiatives like the DirectX 11 upgrade and World vs. World restructuring, and we renewed our focus on regularly refreshing gameplay systems like combat. And we released Guild Wars 2 on Steam, putting Tyria on the map for an entirely new group of gamers. In my opinion, any of these feats alone would have made it a great year for the game, but the fact that all of this dropped within the space of like 10 months? I mean, holy shit. And yeah, ArenaNet were rewarded for their efforts. They put in the work and their player base responded appropriately. Back in April, we reported that our active player count had more than doubled over the past few years, and that End of Dragons had already outsold our previous expansion, Path of Fire. Today, we're excited to share a new accomplishment. This year, we've already seen more players venture into Tyria for the first time since 2015, the year we made the base game content playable for free and launched our first expansion, Heart of Thorns. This has been one of the best years for Guild Wars 2 in recent memory, and we're eager to keep building on that momentum. But okay, let's get serious for just a second. As kind as 2022 was to Guild Wars 2, sadly, every silver lining will always have its bloated gray cloud of suffering. And in the face of such precipitation, I will forever be embodying the old man screams at cloud meme. Yeah, we all have to face the fact that the End of Dragons soundtrack was f***ing snubbed. The Grammys, snubbed. The Game Awards, snubbed. And the Steam Awards, snubbed. I really rallied for End of Dragons. It was my favorite video game soundtrack of 2022. I mean, I really feel like it could have at least gotten a nomination, but what's done is done, so let me offer this solace. While McLean Deemer may not have got to stand beside his peers, Beyonce and Paul McCartney, it doesn't mean Guild Wars 2 was entirely besmirched on the awards front. MMORPG.com's Player Choice Awards gave its top prize, MMORPG of the Year, to none other than End of Dragons, and if that wasn't enough, PC Gamer gave Guild Wars 2 the coveted Best Ongoing Game award. Yeah, suck it, Fortnite. But I like Fortnite. Shut up, Kevin. Guild Wars 2 game director Josh Grouch Davis responded to the news in a Reddit comment. Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet have had a lot of great years over the last decade, but 2022 was exceptional. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and trust. Now, seriously, Grouch, 2022 wasn't just exceptional. I really do believe it was the year of Guild Wars 2. I mean, the team was pumping out so much content that I personally felt the need to make a weekly news show just to keep track of it all. And holy crap, I almost forgot, on top of everything else, this was the year Guild Wars 2 turned 10. I know actual humans that are younger than some of my Guild Wars 2 characters, which is crazy. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to every single individual that made Guild Wars 2 so great in 2022. Devs and players alike, thank you. Now, wrapping up on the end of year post, the team had this to say. We'll be back early next year to talk about our Q1 plans, which include wrapping up the DirectX 11 transition, continuing work on World vs. World, upgrading our in-game browser technology from Coherent to Chromium embedded framework, and of course, new End of Dragons content. All really exciting, and as soon as I can tell you what the f*** a Coherent or Chromium embedded framework is, I'll be sure to cover that in a future video. But what I really want to focus on is this little JPEG at the bottom of the post. New End of Dragons content was mentioned, and here we get a glimpse of an area we probably haven't seen before. Yeah, there's already a lot of speculation about this image, and of course some of the more tinfoil hatty theories get pretty deep. But in my opinion, this looks like it could be Drowned Kaineng, the area just north of New Kaineng City and the ruins of Old Kaineng. Alternatively, it could be even further south than we've ever been on the map. I mean, that background does kind of look like a jade quarry, doesn't it? Now, I'm as hyped as anyone for this new content. Do I smell purist shenanigans? Are Cantha and the Assyrian colleges moving to some sort of fever-pitched technological space race? If so, is the rest of Tyria cool with jade tech? Let me leave you with this. Any stories in particular you want to see in 2023? And any parts of your 2022 that you think deserve special mention? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below and I could be responding to you in a future episode of Last Week in Tyria. But that's it for this week's episode. If you're looking for more in-depth Guild Wars 2 info as well as info on the builds I play, check out hardstock.gg. Hardstock has the best guides, builds, and more in Tyria. And while you're out there braving the internet, go check out my Twitch. I stream Guild Wars 2 and a few other games every week, load shedding willing. And of course, a huge shout out to my patrons and supporters over on Twitch, and an even huger thank you to my Guardian tier supporters Anthony Hodgson, Liam Pullis, and Brain Not Bright. This channel would not be viable without your help, so as always, thank you so much. But before I let you go, I'd love it if you check out our very special sponsor, HelloFresh. Are you on your New Year's resolution grind? Are you trying to save money and get healthy this year? Cut back on expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. You will love how fast, easy, and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant quality meal right in your own kitchen. So if you live in the US, use my link or go to hellofresh.com and use code POGHF22002 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. That is insane value, and if even one of you guys sign up with my code, it would help the channel so freaking much. Seriously guys, I'm scary broke. So once again, thank you to HelloFresh, and don't forget to use my link or go to hellofresh.com and use code POGHF22002 for 21 free meals plus shipping. That's POGHF22002. And with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. Next week, we'll be chatting about the Lunar New Year's Festival. So on that note, Happy New Year. Brixel loves you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.